how Finland outsmarted the Soviet Goliath. Ladies and gentlemen, history is full of underdog stories, but few are as astonishing as the Winter War of 1939 to 1940, where a freezing cold Nordic nation, armed with determination, skis, and an exceptional ability to blend into the snow, successfully fended off the mighty Soviet Union. Finland didn't just survive, it made Stalin rethink the meaning of easy victory. This is not just a story of military strategy. It's a lesson in resilience, adaptability, and the sheer willpower of a people who refused to be erased from the map. And today, as tensions persist in modern geopolitics, we must remember that war is never the answer. So let's dive deep into this extraordinary David versus Goliath tale, analyzing how Finland managed to outmaneuver a vastly superior Soviet force, what it cost both nations, and how the balance of military power stands between them today. It all started in 1939 when Stalin, looking at Finland on the map, thought, wouldn't it be nice if that were ours? The Soviet Union, having just signed the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact with Nazi Germany, felt emboldened. Stalin demanded territorial concessions from Finland, including moving the border away from Leningrad, now St. Petersburg. The Finns, stubborn as ever, said no. And so, on November 30th, 1939, the Soviet Union launched a full-scale invasion, assuming it would be a quick and decisive victory, like stealing candy from a baby. What they got instead was a months-long nightmare. Now let's talk numbers. The Soviet Union at the start of the war had roughly 450,000 soldiers, 6,500 tanks, and 3,800 aircraft. Finland, around 340,000 soldiers, but only 32 tanks and 114 aircraft. Yes, you heard that right. Finland's entire tank force could fit inside a Walmart parking lot. So how did they hold their own? With superior strategy, home advantage, and a little thing called sisu, a Finnish word meaning relentless courage in the face of overwhelming odds. The Finnish army mastered hit-and-run tactics, ambushing Soviet convoys in the dense forests. While the Soviets were stuck on roads, the Finns, wearing white camouflage, skied through the forests like ghosts. The Finns used a technique called the moti tactic, surrounding and isolating Soviet units into small pockets, then slowly destroying them. Finland's winters are brutally cold. Soviet soldiers, ill-equipped for temperatures that dropped to -40 degrees Celsius, froze to death. Meanwhile, Finnish troops, born and bred in the Arctic, were just having another Tuesday. Finnish snipers were among the deadliest in history. Simo Häyhä, nicknamed White Death, personally eliminated over 500 Soviet soldiers using nothing but iron sights on his rifle. The war lasted only 105 days, but the damage was immense. The Soviet Union lost an estimated 126,000 soldiers, with over 265,000 wounded. Finland, on the other hand, suffered around 25,000 deaths and 43,500 wounded. For Stalin, this victory was an embarrassment. The world had witnessed his supposedly invincible Red Army struggling against a nation that had more reindeer than tanks. But Finland, despite its heroic defense, still had to sign the Moscow Peace Treaty in March 1940, ceding 11% of its territory to the Soviets. But make no mistake, Finland had won where it mattered. It had preserved its independence, its government, and most importantly, its pride. Fast forward to 2025, and the military balance has shifted significantly. Finland, now a NATO member, has a well-trained, highly mobile army of around 280,000 active personnel and a 900,000-strong reserve force. It also has advanced Western military technology, including F-35 fighter jets, Leopard 2 tanks, and HIMARS rocket systems. Russia, on the other hand, still possesses one of the world's largest militaries, but its resources are stretched due to ongoing conflicts and economic sanctions. While Finland is smaller, its modernized defense forces, NATO backing, and cutting-edge technology make it a formidable force. Ladies and gentlemen, if history teaches us anything, it's that war is never as simple as politicians make it seem. It's brutal, costly, and in the end, nobody truly wins. Finland survived the Winter War not because it sought conflict, but because it had no other choice. The people who paid the price were not the leaders sitting comfortably in their offices. It was the soldiers freezing in trenches, the civilians hiding in their homes, the families torn apart by violence. In today's world, we must remember that lesson. No matter where you are, let's say it loud and clear: no to war. Because in the end, the greatest victory isn't on the battlefield, it's in peace. What are your thoughts on Finland's resilience? Could a small country pull off such a feat today? If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below if you want to hear more about how outnumbered changed history. See you next time.